Welcome to Warple Way. Let me show you how we made this development into this stylish 2-bedroom apartment. A conversion from an industrial building into a new modern property. Walk this way. So here we're walking through into the combined living and kitchen space, all open plan with the lounge here, and on the other side, disguised, is the kitchen, very tastefully designed to make the maximum amount of storage space into the building. And as you can see, this is an industrial area and the building has to very much complement the surrounding buildings. And we'll take you on the journey that we've just been through. And as we go through the living room, I'm going to walk you through the rest of the apartment. And on the left-hand side is one of the double bedrooms that we've created, with, again, nicely open spaces, taking consideration of the original building with the angles, custom-made wardrobes to maximise the space in each and every room. On the other side is the other double bedroom that we created. Again, everything is designed with space in mind, with light. We even kept the industrial feeling of the brickwork as feature walls in different apartments to give it the same style and the same feeling all the way through. As a company, we use interior designers to allow us to maximise each and every apartment, as well as the maximum marketing resale value per square foot, so you have the optimum use and space. So let me just walk you through from the last bedroom into the main bathroom. And as you can see, this is the main bathroom, fully tiled, floor to ceiling, floors, ceilings, and everything custom made, custom built with high value sanitary ware. So these are the apartment styles all the way through, and we're going to walk you through the whole of the building very shortly. So this is one of the apartments that's been sold. It's a 1-bedroom apartment, and all of our designs are based on maximising the space and resale value, and that's done with a combination of different professionals. 1 is an architect, 2 is an interior designer, and 3 is a structural engineer. So you can see apartments are bright, spacious, and sold off plan. Let me walk you through. In terms of this apartment, it's been sold, the person's already moving their furniture in, the furniture's into here. They had a choice of choosing the colour for their kitchen. We've personalised the kitchen, and if you walk through, they've done exactly the same thing with their bathroom. That's the benefit of buying off plan. You have some choices that you can choose at the outset rather than waiting for it to be built. And again, very clever design of space, storage. Washer dryer is going to go into here as well. So let me talk you through designing a building and implementing that design. So this building came with a number of different complications. We inherited a design from another architect, and when we delved deep into that design, it was pretty apparent that design was poor and we couldn't maximise the use of this space. So let me just walk you through this particular apartment, especially this flat, so you get an idea of how we increased and created additional values. If I walk through into the bedroom, this room was closed off, and if I turn around this way, the actual apartment finished over here. And that's because the stairwell on the outside was designed incorrectly. So we moved the stairwell, which I'll go through later, and we created this additional either storage area, office area, or dressing area that some of you can actually use. In addition to that, we designed hand-built wardrobes to maximise every single use of the space. And as we walk through this apartment and the other apartments, you'll see we've done this in every particular area in terms of also increasing natural light into the building by creating these skylights. It's a beautiful design. All the flats, even the 1-bedrooms, feel much more spacious because of the high ceilings and how we've used and maximised every single use of space. So if you walk through, Even things like the cupboards we've designed as additional storage space to maximise the use of the space, so people have lots and lots of storage to actually have. The bathrooms, all consistent all the way through. So again, if we turn it through, you'll see the design, the colour, the configuration, big, bright and spacious, nothing are small boxes. We design properties that are beautiful, that you want to live in. And again, you walk into the living room space, it's big, it's bright, it's spacious, it's beautifully designed, use of every single nook and cranny. Even though you have angled walls, it's about making the use of all of that space in each and every apartment, which wasn't available when we first inherited these designs from another architect. We created it into this bright and spacious apartment, and we've done that all the way through. We've increased the floor space by changing the walls, by changing the configuration to allow the building to complement all the surrounding area. So welcome to this wonderful bedroom apartment, and this one you'll see we have my business partner Diaries, who actually saw this apartment a few months ago when it was an empty shell. So Diaries, how does this now appear compared to how it was when you first saw it?
Well, it's interesting because when I first came here, I couldn't see the picture of the building, and now that I'm here, I'm thinking, wow, this is a nice party zone here, brilliant.
Let me walk you through. So you've got the bathroom over there, nice, big and spacious, and over here, even though there's a sofa in this, it actually belongs to the flat upstairs, so we're just getting things ready for the flat upstairs. So this is a nice open spacious area. You have a nice kitchen run, so you've got the separation between the kitchen and the living room, nicely disguised by the partition wall that is the bathroom.
So now that I've seen it, for me, this is a nice little bachelor pad, if I may say, especially with all the spacious, airy windows as well, beautiful.
Yeah, again, all of this can be done based on the design. Make sure we've got plenty of height, plenty of brightness with the actual windows to flood the lighting. And one of the nice things about this apartment is you can see the industrial shape, this huge chimney stack as part of the actual design and feature of this particular location.
Yeah, no, lovely finishing compared to what I saw earlier.
And again, feature walls to complement the chimney stack and what this building was originally as an office or a warehouse building to keep those features.
It gives it a lot of authenticity and character, especially when it comes to new build.
Very much about character. People come in, it gives a bit of the wow factor and makes it a little bit unusual to a normal new build.
Yeah, definitely. Love it.
And here we come into the bedroom again. Big, spacious area, not normally like a normal one bedroom, floor to ceiling, custom made wardrobes in here. Just gives the whole feeling of space. And again, nice big bright windows at the same time.
Yeah, what I love is you've gone top to toe with those wardrobes and huge amounts of space in there.
Yeah. In my previous life, I used to be a bedroom designer for a company called Sharp's Bedrooms. So designing wardrobes and kitchens is part of what I love doing.
Multi-talented is our Emmanuel. So Emmanuel, we've had a fantastic walk through this project. It's been brilliant. So what are your key takeaways for budding property investors, entrepreneurs, developers?
That's a really good question. So this project has, even for an experienced developer, taught me lots of different things. So the first thing to say is make sure you have a really good professional team around you. That includes your architect, your structural engineer, your interior designer, your mechanical and engineering designer, to help you make the best use of the actual space and to help you design the building at the outset so you don't have curveballs thrown at you. So this particular building was a very complicated building for lots of different things. So it started off its life as a PD, a permitted development. The planning was enhanced from permitted development to enhance it from 6 units to 9 units. That had its own complications, which meant that the design that was designed couldn't be built as designed. It had to be taken down brick by brick and turned from a PD scheme into a new build. So that had its own complications and complexities in terms of the building, mainly because this is built between 2 offices. So between this side of the building and that side of the building, there's 9 party wall agreements. So part of your team is your party wall surveyor. So understanding those complexities, and more importantly, when we took this building down, to make sure either building either side didn't fall down. So we had to support the building with steel structures either side, and it looked very much like transformers from outer space with the amount of steel work just holding the whole building up. And we've got some pictures of that shows what the building was like when we first started taking it down. Second part is maximising the space. So each property, when you look at the floor plan and when you look at it when it's completed, don't always have a correlation. To make sure you get the maximum space, you can build as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible, and as cheaply as possible. We've gone through what I'd probably call a very uncertain time in property, where you've had things like COVID come into place, you've had Brexit, you've also had materials and labour going through the roof and that sort of uncertainty. So making sure that you have your pricing done at the outset. So understanding the value that you buy the property for, understanding the true building cost, and also not over-egging the end gross development value. So you're working within proper numbers to start with. So a number of takeaways on this project, and I can probably break it down over a series of different bite-sized chunks as to what a new or even experienced developer should be looking for when they go through a project like this, whether it be like this or even a smaller project.
Yeah, and it's amazing that Emmanuel's still standing here after all the testing times, COVID and other issues, and finished off a fantastic product.
So this building had lots of different complications with it. So the first thing is that we had to build it in between two offices, which are effectively terrace properties. And to do that, we had to take the building down brick by brick. In addition to that, because these are multiply owned, there's 9 different owners that we had to have party wall agreements just to get this build underway. And also in addition to that, when the building is designed, it has to blend in with the surroundings. So when you look at the building, it doesn't look any different to any of the other properties surrounded. So everything matches, including the doors, the brickwork, the arches. All of this needs to remain consistent with all the other buildings and surrounding. That's why it's so important to have a great architect, an interior designer, and structural engineer, so you can end up with a product that looks how it's supposed to be designed at the outset.